What's going on? I want to talk about freaking conformity. You know what I'm saying? It's like conformity is not really a virtue. It's that old, oh, are you following the crowd? If everybody was jumping off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge too? I know that's ridiculous and that's cliche and redundant, but it's true. It's like, the thing about it, man, it's like a conformist doesn't really have a cause. Their cause is somebody else's cause that they've been patsied or duped into believing it's virtuous. But if you sit back and look at it, it's like the conformists aren't the innovators. They're not the great inventors. They're not the savants and the geniuses. They're more like the chumps. You know what I'm saying? Like chumps who are showing out for all the wrong reasons, man. In a way, like virtue signaling, as if you're a good freaking order follower, a good model freaking tax paying citizen. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, look, what do they use these tax dollars for? Really, it's always bad stuff. It's weapons against us. It's freaking science weaponized to make our lives worse, to socially engineer and kind of keep us plugged into the freaking narrative, to the matrix, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, these type of people, since they don't have nothing to stand for, they'll literally will fall for anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying go rock the boat, make a freaking scene, but I'm saying, like, it's like, in pick and choose your battles. There's times where I pretend to conform, to blend in, to go gray man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I can enter areas I would normally be restricted out of. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep myself freaking motivated, doing stuff positive, constructive, accomplishing stuff, building stuff, man, making stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? Being flexible, working with this guy, that guy, these people, hit the ground running, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? It's like it takes, as the Spanish people would call it, cojones. You know what I'm saying? It's guts. You got guts, buddy. I mean, it's like, this ain't a game of all brains or all brawn. You gotta kind of you gotta be well-rounded. You know what I'm saying? To get to realize your maximum potential, and also for self-discovery reasons. It's like, it's good. Listen, to be a people pleaser that's a way to get yourself manipulated and used and abused and discarded and worse, robbed, raped, and pillaged. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, look, being a pushover, a doormat, that's not attractive. That's not sexy. And maybe a Jezebelian feminist would find these traits attractive, because then she got a little puppet. You know what I'm saying? That she can play her freaking mind games with. But it's like, sometimes you gotta have a backbone. That's attractive. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not only that, it's like having your self-assurance. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to, go against the grain. You know what I'm saying? You got to swim upstream. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, it's harder, but the end result is more rewarding. You know, no risk, no reward. In this life, like, literally, it's like, it's not. Look, when all the rules are corrupt, following those rules, man, makes you part of the freaking problem, man. You got to bend the rules. I'm not saying live lawless. I'm saying, though, if something seems right, but it's not righteous, it's really not right. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like it is, but it's really not. It's like there's a way that a man see it is right, but in the end is death. You know what I'm saying? There's a scripture that, like, they paraphrase that, probably slaughtered it, but basically something like that, man. But in these days and times, man, it's like this whole Chinese social credit score thing, which is they live in a straight up technocratic freaking dictatorship, dude. They literally live in a dystopia. I mean, and that's where conformity is going to get us all, is in a freaking dystopia. While some other guy is living in a utopia, freaking, you know, like literally across the street with the, and then there's going to be, like, there'll be freaking people sleeping in tents. You know what I'm saying? It's because, look, you will be rewarded for your conformity, but freaking, snitches and informants are paid for their betrayals. You know what I'm saying? And it says, like, look, the road to hell is wide, but the road to heaven is narrow. See, it's like if you're gonna conform to the righteous things. You know what I'm saying? Don't consent. You know what I'm saying? Don't give your allegiance. You know what I'm saying? Don't give your literal worship. You're bowing down. You're bending a knee to these jive turkey, superiority, inferiority complex, narcissistic society. This construct, this fake kind of like, it's kind of an illusion, you know what I'm saying, of normalcy and mundane routine, peace and safety. You see, that you think there's peace and safety in conformity, but at the same time, no, it's very dangerous, because it's like you got to stop assuming the rest of these people that walk about out here are like you. You're a good person with a good heart, right? They use this stuff against you. You know, they know you're a good person. They're using your kindness as a weakness. It's good to do things to please people when it's righteous. But when someone's manipulating, all you're doing is becoming an enabler. You're enabling the same. It's like, you know, these ex-chicks, the ones that I put up with all their crap. I'm helped them become better predators by putting up with so much stuff, by trying so hard to frickin' jump through the frickin' hoops. You know what I'm saying? And tell you the truth, I mean, I really didn't like it, but somehow I frickin' felt trapped, and just like I get it, a lot of people literally are trapped, and society is this big narcissist, like gaslighting you, like trying to be your parent, trying to micromanage you, trying to coerce you, trying to voodoo, hoodoo, taboo, and use suggestive hypnosis and all these NLP tricks, these reverse psychologies, man. I mean, it's like, it's quite ridiculous. So you kind of gotta just be like, throw all that shit in the trash. You know what I'm saying? And scrap that and start again. You know what I'm saying? It's like dust all the conformist freaking crap off your shoulders, man, and just, you know what I'm saying? Do you, man, and do it well. It's not good just to freaking run around and tell everybody how to live. It's like, who the hell are you? I know from personal experience, I'm fallible. I'm just a human. I make mistakes. It's not my job to tell everybody what to do and how to do it and frickin' all that and frickin' make them conform to my frickin' way of thinking. It's okay for everybody to have their own outlook on things, even if it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about freedom. You're free to be a slave if you want. You know what I'm saying? The first step of liberation, like, look, I ain't getting off the frickin' concentration plantation or the reservation. Not here, but up here, and in here is where it starts. is where you break up. I want to break up. I void ab initio. You never gave me full disclosure. I never voted for none of this. I never signed up for none of this. I never asked you to protect me and do all the thinking for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what your fake credentials are. You know who I am? I'm a nobody. I'm just a freaking dude out here. I just was born here. I didn't freaking ask to be born here. I just freaking was born, and I've had to live, and I had to learn as I go. You know what I'm saying? And I've made many bad mistakes in the past, and freaking wasn't wise enough to see these things for what they are. You know what I'm saying? And it's not totally anyone's fault. Sometimes it's your environment. Sometimes it's the family structure you grew up in, but we all went to the same kind of schools with there's the same police, the same jail, the same welfare office. And look, it's like there's a spirit from an evil taskmaster from fucking Egypt, and this thing hops in and out of bosses, like people you work for. And you know what I'm saying? It's weird because these people do the same freaking crap. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but see, look, when you're good at what you do, you get some leeway. People don't follow you around and make sure that you're not freaking whacking off in the bushes on company time. And I mean, I don't know who's ever done that, but I mean, I could imagine. There's, there are, real sleazy people out here who are just freaking like, they're not to be trusted. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. And they're trying to look. Everybody's trying to rob you. Everybody's trying to take what you got or make you look. Slavery, man. I mean, making you do their work for them. I mean, look, this is one of the things. Like, there's a corporate psychopathy where people in positions of authority and power, especially at jobs, coerce little guys who are vulnerable, and they be like, oh, well, you got to take this extra overtime shift for not overtime pay this weekend. And just really, and they look, if a person's just a chump and a pushover, you know what I'm saying? It's like, look, that's a recipe to have some control freak, micromanager, narcissist type person fucking step into your life and freaking have you jumping through hoops, and you'll never be good enough. They'll just move the goalpost. You know what I'm saying? And look, the person who can politely say fuck off, can articulate fuck off particularly, that motherfucker get the raise. You know what I'm saying? And, like I said, man, it's no risk, no reward. And sometimes you just got to freaking take a walk and let the chips fall where they may and take a walk by faith. You know what I'm saying? And know what you've been through, know your experiences, know your worth, know your freaking skills, man. That, like, look, don't gaslight me as if I'm some freaking 14-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Freaking look, trying to, like, demean people into, like, freaking, like, look, getting you off kilter, getting you out of your comfort. Look, being adaptable, you can get out your comfort zone and still not lose your cool or your calm or your collectiveness. And if you need to be able to get up and kick some ass, whip some ass on a drop of freaking dime and a drop of a hat, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? Freaking, but at the same time, look, it's restraint, it's control. The man who has the most restraint, the most control, who's the most uncontrollable, that's true strength. That's when you can do it with this, and fight with righteousness. And look, to fight, let the righteousness fight your battles for you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's like, look, it's not always a black and white world here, dude. Look, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of variable. You know what I'm saying? There's more than one way to skin a catfish. There's not one way to do it. There's not a one size fits all. There's not one cure for all diseases. You know what I'm saying? It's like specific things are required for specific circumstances. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just throwing that out there, that, you know what I'm saying, the people who are remembered in history the most are the nonconformists, not the conformists.